is a game. This is actually C3 Sicil for the kill, part 3. What it is, C3 Sicilian. This is what I play as white. This is my opening. I just love it, and I'm a wizard at it, a Jedi at all this opening. C3 Sicilian is everything, right? So with that being said, we're going over a game that I had against Wenlu Wu. He's from, I'm not sure where he's from, but we played in North American Open, actually, back in 2015. So 2015 we played there. So let's check this game out. I play white, and it's a C3 Sicilian. So here we go. I play white, very instructive, very fun stuff. So here we go. E4, C5, C3. It's every time. This is what we do. Sounds Chinese, yeah. Wenlu Yu, yeah, absolutely. So I think it's you. It is you. So E4, C5, pawn to C3, usual stuff. Then he goes E6. Now this one is not. It doesn't cause white honestly any problems. It's just kind of a boring to play for both sides because you get French-like positions, and you also get positions where like white's not able to attack as much, but they're still the favorite in these positions just because they're like French-like positions. So in a psychological part here, even in the my C3 Sicilian, the complete C3 Sicilian, Evgeny Sveshnikov, big yellow book. Y'all seen it before here on the stream. It's like $1,000, by the way. They don't print it anymore, so it's like if you go in. Here's the book right here. First off, I didn't put this on the stream probably like 1,000 times. So here's the book right here. There you go. Check it out. Complete C3 Sicilian. Okay, by Evgeny Sveshnikov. Look how many pages in here. This is ridiculous. Right. Now I'm to the point now. I've had this book so long that I read it without a board. I just don't even use a board anymore. I just flip through it and figure out and read this stuff, and I got it in my head. So I love this book. But C3 Sicilian, they don't even have it in a copy anymore. So if you try to get it, it's like over $1,000, which is like so cool because I'm never going to sell it ever. Probably once it's up to like $5K for the book, then I'm like, okay, you can have it. So I have everything from it. But in the book, it talks about with this being what does it say? It says that psychologically a Sicilian player, if you're playing C5, you usually, not to say that you can't play the French or you've never played it because you don't know who you are playing sometimes, or if they even know how to play the French, psychologically they went into a Sicilian. But then if we go D4 and then D5 and E5, what is this? It's a French advanced. And now you're looking at this like white could psychologically win there, but not to say anything. I mean, if black knows what he's doing, he's totally fine. The French is very solid. So it's a psychological thing here that you could do this. I'm not into actually playing the E5 lines. I actually just take it and go into a whole different other system where I actually end up making this pawn isolating and winning it later. Completely different from anything you've seen before, but I learned it from the C3 Sicilian book as well. Looks like you took that book to war. Oh man, I took it everywhere. This book is gold. It's gold right here. Absolutely. And I was about to Amazon Kindle it. Oh well. That's so expensive. That's ridiculous. It is. Oh, I don't know what happened, Caballito. Sometimes it's, I don't know. You put something in a triggered Nightbot. Totally fine though. They selling that book on eBay. Oh, really? Wow. Well, hey, find it cheap somewhere, right? I saw it. 262 is the lowest I saw, which is crazy. One eye on the analysis, other on Clippers Lakers. What's up, Adam Will? What's going on? That's what's up. Clippers Lakers. So this is not what happened though. Actually, after D4, he kind of surprised me here and played something different. It's uptime, left hand. What's up, bro? Uptime. That's what it is. We only been here about 45 minutes. Just started the analysis. Let's see if it's on the internet in PDF format. Oh, you can try that ethical kid. That's pretty good, but I highly doubt it is. And you may have to buy that one too. What's up? What's going on? Chess player, welcome to the stream. Guy in Box is here too. Box Life is here. So after D4 and the C3 Sicilian, this you can go to this French-like structure. I'm not a really big fan of it, but it is played. And after E6, actually I went D4, and he played this interesting move here, Knight F6. So now it's like a reversed move order in a way that you play the Knight F6 version of this with E6. So how that would look is like E4, C5, C3, Knight F6, E5, Knight here, and then you go E6. So that's how this would look in a way, and we kind of got this position already. I've played this so many times that I know how the move orders work. So we got this kind of position. E5, Knight to D5, and then after Knight to D5, this is actually the game moves. Instead of going C4, which is actually a move, and you get this kind of position here, which is very, very interesting, where I got two pawns right here, but D6 kind of shuts all that down. And when you have a center, it's your job to protect it, and it's your job as the black pieces or whatever color you are to break up the center. So honestly, I'm not a fan of this position. I didn't score too well with that. Looks cool, but looks are deceiving in chess. So I go knight to f3. My setup is very simple here in the c3 Sicilian. Bishop to d3, castle, queen e2, queen e4, a3 to kick the knight so it doesn't go to d3. Knight to c3 after capture on d4. Snaps here, snap right back, put this rook on d1. And then there's going to be mate over here very, very soon. Very soon. And a lot of times they try to stop it with g6. Then you go bishop h6. After they castle, rook moves. You bring this rook over to d1. We actually already said that. So queen comes over to f4. Knight to g5. And then takes, and you can mate over here on g7. It's ridiculous. I've been playing this for a very long time. And I'm a c3 Sicilian wizard. So with that being said, bro, I was already ready. I was ready. I was so ready for this. It's so fun. I love it. I'm special, man. I can't ever get it right. It's all good, left hand, no problem. You're good. So, after knight to after knight f3, actually, he takes. I take back. He goes knight to c6, and so from here, I was like, I can go bishop d3. But you know, in a blitz game, I'll tell you this: in a blitz game or something, I would probably go bishop d3 right now because it's blitz, and I don't expect them to actually make not the correct move here, but the move that I'm supposed to make. Okay, sometimes you're just playing chess and you don't want to make the correct move, which is fine, but it's not that you're making a bad move. I just don't want to make this move. And this move, actually, because I'm thinking and I'm in a tournament, I actually played this, honestly, almost exact position, almost, with against Gopal Minion from Chicago. Shout out to him. Very strong, very, very strong person. Very strong. So bishop d7, we got a draw, actually, but he went for the bishop d7, bishop c6 line, which is not completely different, but a little bit different, as in this bishop's never bad because you get him out early. He chose that route, but it ended up being a draw, which I had a literally slightly better position as white, and we ended up having a draw there. Very strong player. So he played knight to c6 here, and I played the same move, actually, that I played in that game against him, which is, what do you think it is, guys? White to move, what do you think it is? Instead of bishop d3, there's another move. You're just showing off with them arrows, says D Price. No, but it's just showing you guys about this stuff. A3 says chess player 1000 preparation over here. Correct. A3 from Ethical Kid. B5 from Fish Head Soup. I know he means B4. Actually, unless you really mean B5 is white to move. Or knight to c3. Knight to c3 is an option as well. So here we go. Pretty simple. There's really not many other moves to make. A3. I just go A3, so when I put the bishop here, I'm not annoyed by knight to B4. I'm just not annoyed by it. Bishop G5 is actually a good move, KYLO, but bishop E7, I could go for the H4 line and an H6, but at the end of the day, I still have to finish the attack. So I would have to get this bishop here anyway. Just not ready. It's all about timing. So I played A3 to stop anything to swing into B4 here. And then he surprises me here. He goes A5, and I'm like, first off, that's not a move. Secondly, I don't know what you're trying to do here. Like, what is A5 doing? I have no idea. So in my eyes, he wasted a move here so I can actually speed up the process and moves here. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, let's go. And honestly, you know, I'm not thinking he's going to castle this way at all because you just play A5. This is open everywhere. This just can't be right. So after A5, I go bishop D3, queen to B6, and now this pawn's hanging. This pawn is straight up hanging. I don't have like the bishop B5 checks or anything like that. Literally, the pawn is just hanging. So after queen to B6, do I defend this or not? Do I defend this or do I get out the way? Your call. White to move. What do you do? Bishop C2 from Cavallito. Hi, Bishop C2 is bad now, says Mocio. What's up, bro? Tank says, what did it say? Oh, UPMI? Yeah, what's up? How are you? What is that? What's that clip, Spaceman? I can't check it while I'm streaming. What clip is that, though? Is that from today? Did you clip that today? Defend, protect the center. Bishop C2 from Cavallito. So this is what I did. Very simple. I was not a fan of him taking this. Knight to C3 I like also. Knight to C3 could be an option. I actually thought about this because it'd be tricky if I do sacrifice this pawn. For instance, like just this looks kind of, you know, different, and I think I can be okay, but I did give up a pawn. It's just a clip of you breaking it down. You had arrows going everywhere. I thought it was great. Oh, thanks, Spaceman. Did you clip it? Perfect, perfect. Can you send me? I'm about to add you as a friend right now. I'm gonna put that on YouTube too. I'm gonna add you as a friend. I can only take whispers from friends. Just send me that clip. Just send me in the whisper and just say clip, and I'll get to it afterwards. So I can do that. Thanks, Spaceman. Appreciate it. It says C3 Sicilian for the clip. Nice. Okay, so let's go back. This is where we are. So instead, I went bishop to C2. This is where I went. I might go queen A4. That's why I'm not a GM. Says no sheep. Queen A4 actually is a move though. Queen A4 does defend this pawn. Just think about this. Cool, we'll do. Thanks, bro. Think about this. Think about how misplaced this queen is. Your whole job is to sit here and defend this. You also, I tell my students this too a lot. Like, you have to know what's the future of these pieces. I look at it like basketball or any sport. My favorites to watch is usually basketball. So, you know, like, I'm not going to go to a basketball team or be traded or go somewhere where I'm not going to have a future. What does your future look like? And if you're not thinking about that, it's probably not that good. It just probably won't be good. But queen to A4 is just not good future-wise for this queen, because it's not it's just defending. That's all she's doing over here. Her whole job is to defend. We don't never have aspirations of doing anything here. Trading is just not good. It usually helps black to trade in these kind of positions, and that's about it. That's about it. The queen won't do anything there. Correct, ethical kid. It just doesn't do anything, but it does defend. It does defend. But I went bishop c2. This is the move I chose. Bishop c2, defend the pawn. Usually this would be wrong a lot of times if you could do knight to b4. But I stopped that early on with a3. So there is no knight to b4. Usually you can get some pressure on this file. So I am very aware that you usually can't go here to bishop c2. You can't a lot of times. But here, there's a lot of exceptions in chess. I can actually go here because knight b4 is not a thing. And the c file is a long way from being open and a rook being on it. So bishop to c2. What does he do? He goes d6. He's like, it's time for me to do my thing. It's time for me to do my thing. That's so cool. Thanks. No problem, Snell Sheep. No problem. Hi. Says Slatank. Hello. Bishop on c8. Very bad, right? Queen d3 in the future. Correct. You already know it. Absolutely. Bishop on c2 looking good. It's looking great. I'm loving it. So after d6, I get out the way. I get out the way because I need to. He takes on e5. I take back with the pawn. He goes bishop c5. So at this point, I sat here. I remember sitting here, and I was thinking about a lot of things. Let me actually show you guys. I have a lot of moves. Do I develop my knight? And if I do develop, do I go c3 or d2? You know, rook e1's not a thing because of this. Do I move my queen, e2, d3? I mean, do I go like b3, bishop e4? What do you do? What do you do? Knight to c3. How about that, says the tank? It is a move. It's a move. It's a move. But what else is there to do? Knight to d2 from Ethical Kid. Knight to c4. I play knight d2, knight to c4. Knight c3 is a move for knight a4 or e4. You also have knight d2 for knight c4, hitting the queen and it's hopping into d6 too. Knight f6. That's right here. And it's also white to move. 99 Flacco. Knight d2, knight e4 from Evan, chess player. Queen e2. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here's the move, white to move. Queen d3. I sat here and I played this move, and it's one of those just g5. I'm tripping. Okay, knight g5. Okay, got you. Well, you know what? You were close. 99 Flacco. You were close. Knight g5 is similar in a way of what I was trying to do. Queen to d3 is just like, you know what? First off, I always like to ask myself, like, when they're moving, what's the intention? Why did he play this? Oh, he's trying to castle and also keep pressure here too. But he's trying to castle. So I'm like, okay, well, let's see. Maybe let's just let him castle. So, or of course, just play queen to d3 to aim here. But I also could have played knight to d2 and maybe wait. And then if he does castle, maybe have a Greek gift waiting. And that looks like this. Knight to d2, castles. Bishop takes h7, called the Greek gift. Knight to g5. If you go king g8, you definitely have a lot of trouble. King g6 is actually the move. That's usually the move you make here, guys. If you didn't know and you ever faced this, you have to ask yourself, can you go king g6? Very wild position. Queen to g4 and maybe knight takes e5. You got to be able to hit this queen a lot of times. f5 gives you some squares, but f6 is en passant. Ooh, knight f6. I might be okay as black. It's crazy that I'm saying this, but you might be okay. It depends. It depends. The calculation has to be extremely strong here. Extremely strong and accurate. So that's one thing to do. So I could have played it this way, knight to d2, and wait for him to castle. Thanks for the follow, GG Trump K. So thanks for the follow. So what? Bishop c5. I went queen to d3. Queen to d3, and then bishop d7. He plays bishop to d7, and then after bishop to d7, what do you do as white? After bishop to d7. Thanks for the follow, Chess with Jeff. Now it's time to play knight to d2. Knight to d2 is honestly, I think that's pretty good. Knight d2, oh, but that's, yeah, still annoying. That's annoying. If I go knight d2, I guess it's still a move. It's still a move. Anticipate the long castle. Queen d3 is a nice move, but it looks counterintuitive, but it makes a lot of sense. Correct. It does. It's like a little bit of both. Like, I'm gonna put the queen here. I need to get her off the back rank anyway. A lot of things can happen. Knight, anticipate the long castle. Yeah, knight to d2 was a consideration. It's always annoying getting this knight on f4 here, but I'm also hitting it with tempo, so it's kind of double-edged in a way. I think knight d2 was absolutely a move. Absolutely a move. But I knew he was going this way. After bishop d7, I was like, he's about to castle. He's about to castle, and this is what I saw too. I was like, what if I go knight d2, castles, and then knight to c4? But then he goes back here. And it's not that I'm still actually having a great position here as white, but I do have to, I tell my students as always, all the time, like, be aware of the x-ray. I'm not trying to just sit here on this file where this rook is. So it's uncomfortable, and it's just, it doesn't feel correct. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Bishop d7, rook e1, b4. Oh, b4 was definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Hello, big fella. What's up, Fadu? We in here, big fella. So bishop to d7. I went knight to c3. Because I'm anticipating this castle, and it's also what I like to do, guys, is make threats and forcing moves. So if you check these last few moves here, capture, he went bishop c5, queen d3. Not that it's a forcing move, but it's preventing you from castling. So then he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go the other way then. And then I'm like, okay, you're going the other way. So if you're about to castle, how do I stop that? Well, knight to c3. So if you do castle, I actually can take this and snag a pawn, because I'm threatening this twice. Even though this weirdness is here, I can end up snapping this due to tactics. Let's castle, snap, snap. Queen takes. Whoa, looks crazy in here, but honestly, bishop f5, not a move. I actually take this with check, so that's lights out. That's lights out. Discovery doesn't work. I'm hitting this with check. But okay, so let's say bishop g4. I just step out the way here, hitting the bishop. He could actually take this and then go into this, but this looks a little different. And his king is wide open in the middle of the street. Street lights on, and he's still outside. Bishop f4, bishop a4, and like, this is over. This is like, whoa, hold up, what happened? What happened? How did this happen so quickly? It just doesn't work. So it makes him do something, which he does. He actually goes knight takes c3. He took it. So what do I take with here? The b pawn or the queen? What do you take with? White to move. What are we taking with? B pawn from Musio. GG Trump says B. B pawn, 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 pawn. It's crazy in the chat. Everybody's saying pawn. Everybody going crazy. Everybody going crazy. Yes, correct, correct. Pawn takes. Because I was like, you know, a lot about chess is understanding what's happening and preventing it, or, you know, doing something else. Understanding what's happening, preventing it, or doing something else. So I understood he was going to castle, so queen d3. I understood he's trying to castle this way, so I'm trying to open another file. So I'll play knight to c3 and not knight d2. So this is an understanding of chess instead of just playing moves. So knight, pawn takes here. Now I have rook to b1. Especially when he castles, there's just going to be annoying pressure that he always has to watch when his king castles. So after bishop b takes c3, he goes f6. I'm like, oh my goodness. First off, Feingold tripping right now. f6 is, you just don't do it, according to Feingold. So you just don't do it. And you know, there's exceptions to it. When you castle, you do play f6, but you just don't do it. Fine Goat is very angry somewhere. So f6, not a move, big fella. You might be in some trouble. So f6 is on the board. B pawn for rook pressure. Correct. Thank you so much. That's right. Squanch. Wait, what is his name? Squanch McGillicuddy. Goody. Man, that, what a name. I mean, what a name. That's a sweet username because it's just out of this world. According to Fine Goat, that's right. f6, not a move. So what do you do, guys? You snapping. We playing rook b1. We got bishop f4, rook e1. What's your move? White to move, big fella. What do you do? Irish McMillan, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Ed Bits, I see you in here too. Amused bystander, what up, what up? He's about to cry like a grandmaster. Snail Sheep says, still theory. Still theory. I like rook b1, he says. E takes f6 first. Rook b1 still seems good. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It does not really matter. Here, though, I did go rook b1 because I was like, I'm going to do it. This is what I did it for anyway. Then he went queen c7, and then I snapped it, and he snapped back. Now I need another move here. This is where, not precision, a little bit of precision, but also like getting ready. It's time to get ready, guys. It's time to get ready. So, you need something to do here. What do you do? What do you do? White to move. White to move. Rook d1 says you need hit the queen with the rook. Oh, I already did it. Oh yeah, this was before. Okay. What up? What's up, Nathan? What's up, bro? Bishop a4 from Fadu. Rook e1 from GG Trump. Rook e1 from Amused Bystander. Bishop a4 and rook e1 are on the board so far. I need my queen at h5, but I can't do it. Rook to d1 from Leterrier. Queen c4. Queen c4 is a good move too. I like queen c4. g3, not a move, red. Not a move. We don't need to be focused. And this is point this out for teaching purposes. G3, we don't need to do this because it does nothing to what's happening in the position. Nothing at all. We only do this if we if we have to. If there's something going on. Maybe G3, I think you're trying to go for bishop f4, which is understandable. Maybe that's what it is. But there's so many other good moves to make. Thanks for the follow, Nate. Thanks for the follow. Like I said, lightsaber all fuzzy tonight. That's okay. You here, you're getting it right. You're getting it sharpened, okay? Make sure you turned in that old lightsaber, too, when you came here at the door. Because you're leaving with a new one today, big fella. Let's go, red. Thanks for the follow, Nathan. Again, c5, black bishop is strong. I target it. Queen c4 is a move, actually. I like to tell my students, lose pieces, lose games. So, like, this is undefended. So, absolutely, queen c4 is absolutely a move. You gain a tempo on that move. Queen to b5, same thing. You gain a tempo here. But problem with queen b5 is same thing as probably queen c4 too. b6, defending and nothing there. You got nothing out of that. Nothing out of that. So here we go. Shout out to Leterrier. Rook to d1. Rook to d1. Thanks for the follow, Squanch. Appreciate it. So I play rook d1. This is the move I chose in the game here. By the way, my opponent is 2100. He's like 21 something, 2150. So I went rook to d1. Rook to d1 here, guys. Why? Because I wanted to get this rook in the game. And be aware, I'm going to move my queen. I just wanted to have some stuff aiming here. Because rook e1 was very well a move. But I know he's going to castle. So it really doesn't help me that much. So I had to ask myself, what file will it be the most effective on? Definitely this file. But that's going to take a long time. So I went rook to d1. Just to see what he does. What do you think he does? Obviously, his king got to get out the center. He's not going king side, so the man gets out the way. He castles queen side. Now I still have work to do. I still have work to do. This is not over. Not that this is super crushing, but I do feel great about white's position here. What do I do as white? Not crushing. You don't have any sack mates, no tactics yet. Nothing's here until you prepare everything. I always tell my students that the best attacks are the ones that are prepared. This is not prepared. I have nothing even crossed the third rank. So nothing's going on. But I do need to do something right now. Black already lost this Sneaky Pete. Sack. And what is that? What's that? Sack and cry. Wow. Japanese tutor. Is that his? Sack and cry. Bishop e3 from Cable Train. Queen b5. GG Trump, queen b5. Queen b5 I didn't consider because of, again, he does have b6. And actually this is annoying because if I go in here for the check, then he defends everything quite well. Everything's quite well, like very good and defended. Everything's like nicely defended here. So queen b5 just doesn't work. Thanks for the follow, Fishhead Soup. Fishhead Soup, thanks for the follow. So I didn't go there. Shout out to Cable Train as I go bishop to e3. Develop my last piece. Develop my last piece. And tactics help me here because he can't just take this pawn due to bishop to b6. And the rook's helping here. A lot of issues. A lot of issues. Knight to d4 from Leterrier. Knight to d4 is cool, but when you find a good move, look for a better one. That's an Edward Lasker quote. But what it is like bishop to e3. I haven't developed all of my pieces yet. Because I haven't, I need to. So bishop to e3, get my last piece out. And if he takes it, I also get off of the file. I get off of this nasty little annoying file that my rook's on. I mean, that his rook's on and my queen's on. So after bishop takes, obviously, I'm going to take with the queen. And that's what happened. I took with the queen here, so now I'm off. And then I'm kind of aiming in this area. Not that I can go here yet, or that I want to go here yet. But I am finally off the file as well. His bishop is very bad. There's weaknesses everywhere. I have an open file. It's just a matter of time. It's hard to make good moves in bad positions, and he's not 2700. So I'm feeling great here. And the rooks are connected correct. There's a huge difference in king safety, and there's still a lot of pieces on the board. Absolutely. b6 is yummy for your knight. Oh, great observation, Musio. Great observation. e5. e5 is what he plays. White to move. What do you do? e5 is here. Time to crush the man. Can you crush the man? Or do you need something else to do? There's a lot of moves here. 92 c4 b6 from Musio. Sandy Dog, what's up? Knight 2 c4 b6 from Musio. Anybody else? We got this file. We got this square. We got this going on. Rook takes d7 almost worked, but it doesn't. So he was calculating. You got rook to b6. There's a lot of moves here, but if you want to know the wrong one, it's the one I do. It's the one I do, bro. That's the wrong one. Queen to c5 says Cable Train. Bishop c4. You mean a4? Okay, bishop a4. Got it. Maybe get your knight attacking from Nathan. Shout out to Musio for finding the right idea. And also Nathan just for saying get the knight in the game. Because that's correct. That's exactly the plan I chose here. I always like to use all of my pieces here, guys. I look at everything like sports a lot and chess-wise. It's like I got to get my team like chemistry correct. I have to use all my players. So knight to d2. Rook d2 with the idea of taking your other rook to d1 and doubling them. That's a good idea, B-type, but it's the wrong file. Wrong file. I would probably go rook b2 so I can double on this file because this one is worth more. This one's just a trade. It's like a dead end. This one I got some aspirations of actually crushing some stuff. So that's a rook b2 would be different. But I did go for the knight d2, knight c4, knight b6 plan. Because I'm like, you know, drag and drop method, or like picking up pieces and putting them where I want them to be. It would be right here, knight to b6. So knight to d2, f5. I got to do something. So I follow the plan. You already know what it is. Bishop e6, and the knight gets to b6. The plan has been executed. Very easy plan. Knight d2, c4, b6. I get here. But after king b8, and this game gets very, very interesting, guys. After king to b8, it is not that simple to finish this off. It is not that simple. We have another 20 moves from here. 20 moves, guys. It's not that easy. What do you do now? After king to b8, John Cena jumps on the board. Bam! Elbow to the table. and then everybody else boards next to you looking all crazy. Wow, really crazy. It is, KYLO. I would love to keep up, but I need to sleep. That's so good, man. Get some sleep. Get some sleep, bro. Make sure you catch it on YouTube, KYLO. Good night, everyone. Good night, KYLO. Make sure you catch it on the YouTube channel. Right there. Subscribe to the channel. It's going to be there afterwards. Bishop A4, take on C6, and then attack A5, says Musio. Amused bystander with the follow. Thank you so much. So I'm going to just say right now, queen to H6 for the flank. Okay. You need more pieces, though. You need more pieces because it's only my queen over here. And even if I defend this bishop, which I am, I just relax. Queen C5 because the knight needs to protect A5. From Irish. Still like the idea of doubling the rooks. From B-type. So shout out to honestly all you guys in the chat. Absolutely. You're doing great here. Now, big shout out to Musio and Irish McMillan. Because Musio did the exact plan. That is the plan. That's the whole plan. You need to have a plan. Bad plan is better than no plan at all. He says Bishop A4. Take on C6 and bully A5. That's what I was doing. But I had to do something first. So shout out to Irish McMillan for saying queen to C5. Because that's the move I chose first. Just to hold this pawn here. Just because I play Bishop A4 doesn't mean... I mean, maybe I still could do it this way. But I just want to be sure. So I held it first. I held the pawn here first. With queen to C5. Queen to C5. Queen to C5 maybe from Yinli. You too, man. Actually, you got it too. Queen to C5. So after queen C5, it's very difficult to defend this position. He takes with the rook. Boom. And then what do you take with? Bishop or rook? I just had my best game, says Ivan, I've ever played. That's great, bro. That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, wow. Biggest comeback ever. That's awesome, bro. Bishop, 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 knight. Nice. Oh, it says nice. Bishop. Correct. It is the bishop. Bishop takes D1. Keep pressure on the king. Yes. Yes. That's all I did here. Bishop takes D1. 100%. Rook to D8. And then the star move here. You already know it. You already know it because we know what the plan is. We know what the plan is. Rook to D8. What do I do? Bishop A4. Correct. Fadu was the first one to put it in the chat. It is correct. Bishop to A4. The plan is now here, and I'm snapping, and I'm saying hello. I'm snapping, and I'm coming through the back door. I'm snapping, and there's a party in the house, and I'm bringing all my friends. Bishop takes A4. Or actually, I went bishop to A4. And then he goes queen D6, and I'm like, oh, now we got more thinking to do. Now we got a lot of thinking to do here. Because this is not made on a back rank, because unfortunately, I have it defended twice. So there is no back rank mates, unless I just jump off the deep end and take here, like I forgot how to play chess. So there is no, I can't take this right now. My queen's also hanging here. But do I really want to trade queens, guys? Do I really want to trade queens here? Most people that actually know me as a player know that I don't trade queens. I just don't. Unless I'm winning. And even then, I'm like, I don't want to trade queens. But I'm not trading this queen. So what do you do then? If you're not trading, you're only limited to 2 other moves. You have queen B5. Oh, queen takes knight from Chess with Jeff. Queen takes knight. Big fella like, take the knight. Take the knight. Let's show this, guys. Let's actually show it. Queen B5 from Fadu. Queen takes right. If pawn takes, you could just get the queen right back. It's pretty cool. You actually could. You actually could. But then, what did we get here? Like, what did I get out of this? I didn't really get anything out of this. Actually, his rook got a little bit more active because this file's now dead. I can't do anything on the file. Cheap thrills, he says. Yeah, that's great. That's great stuff. Rook takes D6. So, that didn't happen. It didn't happen. It what a mess. Right. He plays queen D6. Shout out to Fadu as I go queen to B5. I'm just like, you know what? I don't need to trade. We're going to reroute. I'm going to keep this pressure. You still can't move this knight. I'm going to reroute my queen in a move or so. and then go back to my regular scheduled programming. Have a mini heart attack, says Elfins. All right, so queen to b5. He goes queen to d3. He's like, bro, let's trade. I'm like, no, I don't do that. I'm like, no, I don't. No. So he went queen to d3. White to move. Tactics win games, guys. Not that there's a super one here, but there is a move. There is a move. And what do you do? Knight to c4 from Evan. Knight to c4 from Ethical Kid. Queen x e5. Quinn jumping off the deep end. That's okay, Quinn. That's okay. We love you, okay? Then he said no. Yeah, he realized. Oh, man, I'm on my way down. Oh, man, I forgot. That's the balcony. Oh, my goodness. I forgot that my face is hitting first. Forgot. So knight c4, knight c4, correct. Knight d7. Oh man, knight d7, Ponce. That looked good until, oh man, ouch. But also, I do see this, so that's the thing. But you still didn't get nothing out of this, or I didn't get anything really. It's just a big trade. So shout out to all the knight c4 people in the chat. I did go knight to c4, just hitting mate, attacking this. Everything seems super cool. Super coolness here. So he goes bishop to c8. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, bishop c8. So I needed to find a good move here. First off, let's throw this out here. Queen takes c6, and then he just take this and stare at you. Look at that. Look at that. Quinn said snap the knight. Yep. I'll be staring at you real hard right now, Quinn. I will be staring at you super hard right now. Just to see what you're going to do. Just to see what your face would do. I'll be waiting with my hand out like this. Waiting for you to shake my hand. Just waiting. Chit chat in the chat. What's up, RBT? Chit chat. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Uptime, yeah, we still here. LOL. Yeah. I'm just waiting, Quinn. Hey, GG, bro. You pushing tight, laughing all the way back, to my room, laughing. Canty rocking the house. Draw. Said Ethical Kid. Not at all. Not at all. I don't go to art school, big fella. I don't like pencils or pens. A draw is not a thing in this game, especially against a lower rated player. Higher, okay, with me, I'll take one. You know, I'll take one, but I'm still gonna fight. Me Muggin says Razor Brand. Definitely not thinking clearly. That's okay, Quinn. It is very late over here. It is after midnight. We are a little late tonight. It's 1:39 in the morning over here. So nobody said the move though. Nobody has found this move. Knight to d7 doesn't work. Queen b3 is interesting, says Evan. Queen to b6. Queen b6, same thing. I'm just, you know, probably shaking your hand, but you know, I like it. I like it because it does makes it. It is a move. It is a move. It is a move because we got this kind of position. We still got pressure on them. It's a different kind of game. You attend a school and there's Gary no trust. No, not at all. Not at all. That's not me. Not me. Queen b6. Knights to a5 might be horrible. Queen a6. Thanks for the follow value, Bluff. Queen takes c6. Queen takes c6 is not a move, GTX. We just talked about how far and how fast the velocity of your body goes when you hit the ground after you make a move like this. So it does not. That is not a move. Looking at rook to d1. Knight takes e5. Not a move. Knight takes e5 actually is a move. And let's just look at it because it looks cool. I can take the check first. Terminal velocity, correct. Yeah, we were just looking at it. Just looking at that. So here's the move. Shout out to Evan. Actually, one of my students too. Okay. Queen to b3. That's the move I chose. I chose queen to b3. So I can defend here. Defend here. Get my queen out the way. Defend this knight. And still can snap c6. If I can still take this knight, which I can, then I can take on a5 in the end. So my queen holds everything. Still, there's a threat everywhere. It does everything. Correct. It defends and gets out of the way. It does everything I ever want right now. Queen to b3 gets out of the way. Defends this. Holding mate. Holds the square. Holds the rook. Gets out the way. Knight takes a5. What a move. Queen b3. Good stuff. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for showing the different lines. No problem, Nathan. No problem. This is what we do here at the GM Factory. We're the Jedi train. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, guys. That is where it's going. This video will be here on the YouTube channel. So queen to b3. He goes queen d5 because there's really not many moves you can make. I'm going to take this. He knows I'm going to take this. So you either have like bishop d7 or like bring the queen back or move the king, which that's just not a move. So bishop takes c. He went queen d5. He went queen d5. Bishop e6 will hurt. Black bishop e6 would hurt. It would hurt. It would hurt him. Absolutely, it would hurt. Very angry. It would hurt him very bad. Because queen takes b7 is made on a move, so that would hurt a lot. He could take the pawn and win if bishop e6. No, no. Bishop e6. And here we go. GG. It would hurt a lot. Queen b3. Queen to d5. And here we go. You take the pawn and win. Correct. Correct. I snap on c6, and then I snap on a5, and now here we are. Here we are. Now we have this game here, but there's still a lot of chess left because this is not over yet. I'm only up a pawn, even in this crazy position. Like I'm only up a pawn right now, so that doesn't mean that you're completely winning. A lot of times people are like, "Oh, I'm winning. I'm up a pawn." Yeah, you are. You might be winning, but a pawn does not dictate the game. You still have to be accurate. And if you're not, sometimes you can even end up getting a draw out of this. So I just need to be still accurate. I'm not trying to trade queens now because that makes him, it's easier, especially if his rook's active, to start attacking pawns, and we could easily end up getting a draw. If not better for black, because he does have the bishop in an open endgame like this one. Very, very interesting stuff. Queen to c7. He's hitting my knight. I have to do something, guys. What do you do? He hits my knight. Do I move it or do I defend it? If I defend it, where do I go? Suspicious, huh? I'm usually overcautious in my back rank. Probably would have played h3 at some point. Yep, but also calculation will always stop that. And h3 is a wasted pawn move. Even though it's not like, oh yeah, I'm getting my king out. It is a wasted pawn move that can help you win tempi, multiple tempo, if you're going to be winning this game. Or if you need it because of whatever's going on the board. Back rank weakness still, correct. You have to make sure through calculation that the back rank is safe. I watched your YouTube video, post on Reddit, Jedi Mind Trick and Accelerated Dragon. Oh, you was watching that? Nice, bro. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate it. This one's going on YouTube, too. Knight to c4 from Raven. Queen to b5. No, says Irish. Can you get right to c6 after protecting it? Can you get the knight to c6? I think that's what you mean. Knight to c4, starting a marching pawn. Here we go. Here we go. Here it is. Here it is. C4 from D Price. D Price just jumping off the deep end left and right here today. Just finding buildings and flinging his body off of them. Queen takes here, and there's nothing else to do. Knight to C4. C4. Queen A4. Queen A4 was a possibility. I was a big fan of Queen B5. So I played Queen B5 because honestly what's funny is like I'm really threatening this. I am legit threatening this right here. There's almost nothing you can do about it. There's only one move that stops this. Bishop d7, I can always just end up taking this, which I think I was going to. I think I was going to, because then at this point I'm up 2 pawns. 1 pawn, you know, is not over yet. 2 pawns, okay, you know, it's starting to get bad after I'm up 2 pawns. Now, because I would snap this one, I'll be up 2 pawns. If bishop d7, it's just not a move you kind of really want to make. It's just not. So he didn't go there. There's only one move. Oh yeah, send a stretcher for me. It's sent. It's already there. D Price, just open the front door. It's there. So queen to b5, and then he goes rook to d6. Rook to d6. He defends it. c4 is the next move. Because at this point, I'm like, I'm about to just walk this through. He can't really move almost anything. I forgot what was wrong with king to a8. Oh, that's what he did, actually. I was like, what's wrong with this move right now? And that's what he did. King to a8. I'll play c5. Because I'm about to go c6 next. Why not queen e5? Oh, hey, you know what? Let me send a stretcher over to you, Raven. I'm just going to send this to you. We have sizes for all. Just open the front door. We do have your address on file. After rook to d6, guys, queen takes, hit him with the check. Oh my goodness, did he do that to that man? Wow, no he didn't. Yes he did. Rook d1, here it is. Have a good day, big fella. Have a good day. Tactics win games. Tactics win games. I cannot do anything, either blocking with my queen, with my face. I can block with my face, or I can just jump off the deep end myself. Whichever one you want. How you want it, you know. How do you want it here? GG. Stretcher selling like hotcakes. Correct, correct. They are. Absolutely. Have a good day, big fella. Block with your face. You could block with your face. You could. Or you could just jump off the deep end. Whichever way, it's not going to end well. Whichever way. So queen takes e5 was not a move. So I had to go c4. And then c5. Rook d5. King Wiki says, turn up. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Rook to d5. Now I need a move here. This is not over. This is not over, bro. This is not over, okay? I mean, it is over, but you still got to be accurate. Because if you're inaccurate, you will lose. Or you just help him get out. So white to move. What do you do? He goes here. This pawn is threatened. Do you go into defense mode, or do we go into like attack mode and find something else to do? Knight to c4 from Cable Train. That's what he says, knight to c4. I like knight c4, says Chessy Spaghetti. AB in the building. Shout out to AB. Shout out to AB. Let me put my ABs in the chat right now. AB Abjagar's here, guys. One of the first founder subs of the channel. What's up, big fella? Welcome to the stream. He got his own emote over here. AB, what up? Queen h4, he says. Queen h4 is not a move. I know what he means, though. He means queen a4. Queen a4, I don't see knight c4, knight c4, a4 from GG. Queen a4 from Laterrier 59. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the move. Here it is. First off, I'm going to tell you why knight c4 is not right. Knight to c4 runs into rook takes c5, which is like, oh, that's a big dog move. Okay. Knight c4. And I think the correct sequence here, guys, oh, that don't work either. Yikes. Man, because you have knight check and then king here. And then what do you do? What do you do after this? What do you even do? You mate's here and my queen's hanging, and I have to do something about both of these. So maybe queen to b2, but at the end of the day, I did give a pawn back, and it's not that easy anymore. And let's try this. How about check? That's a sweet move. And then hit him with, oh my goodness, knight b6. Oh, send the stretcher after rook to c1. That's just not a move. Rook c1 and then stare at him real hard. Real hard. Stare at this man. Very hard. It's over. Like, it's over. GG. Knight c4 is absolutely a disaster. Looks like a great move, but it's a disaster. Just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. So, shout out to everyone in the chat that said queen to a4. Because that's what I chose here. Now there's tactics due to, after rook takes, is it knight to c6? Or it's knight takes b7. I can just take on b7. But I thought this was a move too for some reason. Oh, it is. Yeah, I was like, he can go king b8. Yeah, knight c6. Knight c6 is over, right? Rook here, queen a5 is over. Because the king is stuck. G3 had his issues. had his uses. Yeah. I think by now I would have been spooked and now play G3. Calculations, guys. Calculations will help you not make those kind of moves. So he has to do something. He has to do something. So here's what he does. Here's what he does here. Rook d4. I was like, oh, okay. He pushing tight. He thought about that one. That was a actually very good move. I mean, the guy is 2150, so he's going to see moves like this. He's going to see moves like this. If I move my knight anywhere but blocking the rook to my queen, I'm going to lose the game. So I need to move my knight here to block it, or else we just, go to a perpetual with the same moves. Here, rook d4. Knight c4 check is the move that I chose, actually. I had to, in a way. He went king b8, and now what do you do, guys? White to move. What do you do? Is this over? Do I repeat moves? Do I go queen b5? I only have so many moves here. What happens after rook d4? What happens? Wait, what is it? What happens if knight c6 there? So if I go knight c6, I'm just start a new one, bro. Just start a new one. Just walk away quietly. Quietly. and just don't come out your room the rest of the day. Don't come out the room the rest of the day. So c6, c6. Can you play? Can't you play rook b4 after rook d4? You can. You can. But I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not a fan of it because I don't want to trade anymore. Like, I'm not trying to trade more. And then we can take and then king b8, which is not, it's not crushing anymore. I need an extra piece. I need an extra piece. So I don't trade as much. Spend the rest of the day in reflection. Correct. You know what? I've done that. I lost a game that was so hurtful to me. I think I remember going to get a drink right after the round. And I had like 3 rounds left. And I was like, I need a drink. So I went to the bar and I sat there and had a drink and thought about life. I can't believe this. This is so hard. Why do I play this game? And then I won the next 3. But it was like, man, sometimes you take them very hard. You take them very, very tough. Tuxum, what's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. How do you deal with these chat? Well, this is funny. We just send stretchers to addresses. We have an address file log of everyone's address on file. And every time we see a chat blunder, we just send them a stretcher. So it's very simple. Very simple. Very simple. So after queen to a4, rook d4, knight c4 check, king b8, white to move. White to move. Oh, yeah, you guys already put it here, actually. So c6. Ferg the Absurd, the man himself. Welcome to the stream. How are you, big fella? Let's go. c6. I played this because it's time to snap here, and it's just wide open. Everything's like open. So, I mean, you can still lose this if you like blunder, but it's very hard to really lose this with the white pieces. Jedi Assemble. That's right, Ferg the Absurd. So c6. I play this move. He goes b6. And then you just make a simple move here, queen to b5. Either he's going to sack the exchange, which at this point is just a matter of time, it's fatal. Or you have something else. I mean, king a7, not a fan of it. I can honestly just take on b6. It doesn't work. Drunk Canty is stronger than sober Canty? No, not at all. I once blundered because I forgot my knights can move backwards. That blunder cost me clear first in a tournament. You always forget those. You know, on the YouTube channel, first off, make sure you guys are subscribing. If you are new to the channel, hit the follow button too if you haven't already, just so you know when we go live here on the stream. And that's the YouTube right there where these videos go. But I do have a video of a blunder cost me $20,000. That's the most expensive game I ever had in my life. Nothing will ever top that, ever in life. $20,000 game. So I still won 20,000, but I could have won 40. Never forgot it. I still have nightmares. Knight h4, waking up. My wife's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Is it a knight h4?" Yes, it's knight h4. I'm sorry. And go back to sleep. I never forget it. Drunk Omid is stronger than sober Omid. Omid's that dude. Omid's that dude. Everyone forgets knights move backwards. Correct. Correct. Mine was $480. $480, yeah. Queen b5. And here's this is what he did. Good morning, my brother. How's that, everyone? What's up, Grand Knight? Welcome. So he played this move. Okay, black got very clever, very clever here. Actually, I did not. This was one of these moves I did not expect. I did not expect this move, guys. I mean, strong did not expect. So this is what he played. Amused bystander said, "What's the down payment on the car? 20,000. Oh, knight h4. That's just great. Oh, knight h4. Man. So queen to b5. Here we go. 20K is the car. 40K is the one I want, right? Here we go. Bishop b7. And I had to stop and look for a second. You know, at first I'm like, oh, this man jumping off the deep end. But then before you go and reach for the piece, you like, wait a second. Hold up. That's a legit move. That is a move. That is a move, guys. As crazy as this looks. I mean, the guy 2150, he was a lot stronger, obviously. But Bishop b7 was strong. Homeboy pushing tight. Oh, absolutely, Squizmeyer. Not only is he attacking this, my back rank is still a little weak. So if I take this, let's just do a sample here. Take this. He takes with the rook. Because now I have this. And then what do I have as white here? What do I have? If he checks king b7. Whoa. Uh-oh. Now mate threat here. I might have to go h3. And now everything is okay. Everything is okay. Crazy how... I was like, yo, he pushing tight. The man's thinking very, very good here. He's thinking very good. So what do? You don't need to take. That's right. You don't need to take. Very good. You don't need to take. Which is e-face. Can't you take e5 with the knight, says Leterrier. Thanks for the follow, Moro. Knight takes e5 from Omid, the big fella. Knight b6 from Yeface. Knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 from Moro. Correct. You guys are right. Knight takes e5. Because I'm defending this still. I'm just defending it. I grab a second pawn, so now I'm up 2 pawns. What's the time control? Oh, these are always like hour and 20, 5-second delay with sudden death an hour or something like that. 30 minutes, whatever. Sudden death 30. So it was North American Open 2015. You can always look that up. I just can't remember the time control, but I think it was hour 20 for this. So shout out to Zach Streak. Thanks. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow, Adobe Flash Gambit. So I just take it. I snapped here. Okay, knight takes e5 is on the board. Rook to d5. He goes rook d5 here. And now, guys, for the finish here, for the win, who's going to be first to put it in the chat? White to move. What do you do? Here in Alberta, we got 30-second increments. Oh, yikes. 30-second. So used to those. 30-second increment? Dang. That sucks. I mean, no flagging. No flags, bro. Shout out to Cheesy Spaghetti. Chessy Spaghetti. Thanks so much for gifting a sub over to Adobe Flash Gambit. Thank you so much. That's the first gifted sub from Chessy Spaghetti. Really appreciate that love, man. Thank you. Knight to d7, knight to d1, knight d7, knight d7. Yep. Knight d7, guys. Knight d7. You are correct. Knight d7 is the move. So now if we have king c8, this is the most, not critical most, but you have this move. And then we actually, taking this runs into, oh, I could take this actually. I forgot I am getting a piece. So we could take that way. I just forgot he couldn't, he actually can't take this knight. And you have king to a7. And that's the way, that's what he chose. Either way, you always take in here on check. We check either way. So he chooses king to a7. Only dirty flag online, says Omid. Yeah, you don't have a choice to flag in 30-second increment. Like you can make random moves. 30-second increment. That is ridiculous. King a7. After king a7, I just snap. He snaps back. And now, guys. And now, this is my favorite move of the game. This is my favorite move here. White to move. First to find it. Where is it? Who put it in the chat? Zax. There it is. Zax finds it. First one in there. Shout out to everyone else who did find it too as well, but Zax is the first one to post it. Knight to c5 is the move on the board, which he actually played this out, as in like he just captured it, which you can. But knight to c5, threatening checkmate, and also at the same time just going up a full rook at this point to finish out the game strong. How's everybody typing that fast? Sometimes I say the same thing. I'm like, how did you type that fast? Like they literally like this. This is how they ready. I'm talking about ready, bro. Ready. Knight c5. Knight c5 is sick. Thanks, Jesse Spaghetti. Knight c5, and it was over. He actually took it and let me checkmate on the board, which is, I'm like, thanks, bro. Thanks, man. Let me buy you a drink, because you probably need one after this game. Let me buy you one. But it's it was like, thanks, bro. Thanks. Because usually I'm not like, I'm already, if this is me with the black pieces at this point, I'm resigning right here. I'm done. I don't want to play this no more. I need to go back to my room right now and like just forget about this game. I'm done. Last move to just play a mate. What a gentleman. He did. MVL was cool to let his opponent make him in board and Singfield. Yep, correct. Especially in cool mates. If it's cool, you gotta let that happen. You got to. And that's the game, guys. And if you're just getting here, we're going to run through the game one more time. We usually like to do that for anyone that missed it. I played the white pieces here. C3 Sicil for the kill. This is part 3 as we got 2 other videos for the C3 Sicilian. So here we go. C3 Sicilian. Again, this is like the French kind of version. I'm not a fan of this too much. I mean, both sides have equal games, but white just plays for more, which they can do if with tricky lines and stuff that I hit with the engine. So be careful if you play this on me. So it's a very cool game. Thank you for analysis. Thank you, Leterrier. So knight f6 is different here. I go e5, and then I go for my regular setup here, where I'm going to go bishop d3, and I went crazy with the arrows. You'll catch that clip on YouTube. Shout out to Spiff for clipping that. So we're going to put that on YouTube too. But we have the crazy stuff that I do here. So he goes knight to c6. I'm very annoyed with knight b4, so I go a3. Bishop d3, a5 I think was a huge blunder because it doesn't do anything and it doesn't stop anything. I'm not actually going b4 ever. I mean, not ever, but I just usually don't go b4. I don't care to. So queen to b6, bishop c2, I defend my pawn. And d6, he needs to start breaking stuff up, but I'm out the way already. After you castle, it's game time. I'm ready to go to work. So snap, snap. He goes here. I'm like, oh, you about to castle? Okay. Well, not today. You can. You still can, though, but not today, realistically. So he played bishop d7 because he's like, I'm about to go the other way. But then I was like, knight to c3, so I can put this rook on b1 if you do snap on c3. And he does. Snap, snap. f6. I think this was very, very weird. I have no idea kind of why he did it, but it did cause him to get in trouble after rook to b1. I am prepared already for the castle on the queen side. Takes, takes. So we know he's not going this way. So the whole fight's going to be this way. So rook d1, bishop e3, get my last piece out the game. Snap with the queen to get out of the x-ray. And then he goes e5 here. And I follow up with a nice plan here, putting the knight here on b6, knight here, knight b6 with the check. And this is where it gets crazy once again. Queen to c5 to hold this pawn here for the plan to snap this off on c6. Hangy pawn says chess player. So he snaps on d1. I take with the bishop because I want to keep the pressure here on the b file. And takes rook to d8, getting his last piece in the game, but it's a little bit too late as I already have an initiative here. Bishop to a4, about to snap this knight. Queen to d6, he's out the way. He's like, trade him, trade him. And actually the back rank is covered because of the bishop. So I get out of the way myself. Queen to b5. Would have been interesting if he just stepped the king up and played from the middle since he had an open g file. Correct. That's actually very, very good. Let's actually take a quick glance at that here. That is interesting here. Instead of maybe playing f6, something like, ooh, king e7. But this is still ugly. Like bishop g5, and I'm just about to probably sit here. Let me think. Can I sack something? I might be able to sack this. I don't even know. Oh, I can actually. This is hanging. Ouch. Yeah, this is not a move. King e7 is not a move. So he was very limited here. Very limited. Very limited. Snap, rook here. Snap, snap. Knight around. And here we are. Queen c5, bishop a4, queen d6, queen b5. So I'm here and I'm just relaxing. What do you mean by holding the a5 pawn? Where can it go? So the a5 pawn, well, it's not that I'm holding it. Actually, I guess you do have a point there. It is, I can't take it, but I'm eyeing it, to say the least. I'm actually kind of eyeing this pawn because it can't go anywhere. But the fact that I can't take it, I still have to do something to get this pawn. So bishop a4 and snapping is the only way to get this pawn. f6 shown. Why is it f6? There it is. Correct. Keeping the pressure. Right. Queen b5 just keeps the pressure. We in here. That's right, Dota. We in here. Queen to b5, queen to d3 out the way, knight to c4 for tactics and not trading. There's mate on b7. If you ever think about taking this knight, if you breathe on it the wrong way, it's mate on b7. So bishop to c8, he defends. Queen b3. I think this is a nice star move here to make everything defended and also still attacking on c6. Knight can move because it's hanging. Correct, correct. So queen to d5. He's like, let's trade him, bro. I'm like, no. So bishop takes c6, queen takes, knight takes a5. I win this pawn, but it's still not over yet. There's a lot to do. So queen to b5. I'm threatening this. This is a very nice move. Knight to c6, picking up an exchange. Rook d6. He stops me. I need more pieces. Everything is optimally placed. I can't really improve anything else, but I do have this pawn. So let me use this. c4, c5. Queen a4 for mate threats. Rook d4, beautiful move, stopping my mate threats because he's just going to take my queen if I move my knight. Would you say that your strategy in the c3 Sicilian and Scotch Gambit are similar? It seems like you put your attacking pieces on the same squares. A lot of times I like against the French Carol-Khan and the c3 Sicilian, I'm usually doing the same, not the same, but very similar setups. In the Scotch Gambit, no, because I'm actually getting rid of my light square bishop. So it's a completely different setup actually. Rook to d4, knight to c4 check. I'm out the way. c6, it's time to open up the file. Open it up. b6, queen b5, bishop b7. That's a star move once again. Taking this just doesn't, it fails. And talk about an in-game tactic. It just fails as black is right back in the game. Cool, thanks. No problem, granted. And thanks for the follow, Hero Koyu. Thank you. So queen b5, bishop b7. I take on e5. I'm up a second pawn. I'm defending. Knight d7's looming. Here we go. Rook e4. King Cyrus, thanks for the follow. Rook e4, knight d7, and it's lights out after here, guys. Knight c5. Hit that man with a move, and the game was over. And that is the c3 Sicil for the kill. Thanks for watching.